You're playing the wrong message.
Welcome to Southern Creator Channel. My name is Alan, and today we have got some difficult challenges ahead of us. I got to make some decisions on what to do next. We're going to have to pick chicken or the egg. I don't know if I want to put buildings first and then build the terrain around them, or if I should get terrain down and then put the buildings first, and then just work the pathways between them. This is a very difficult decision-making process. I am leaning towards putting in terrain and then trying to work buildings up the terrain with certain construction habits. So let's see what we're working with here. Okay, so I've got this board cleared here. I think we're going to go ahead and have to make the decision here to build terrain first. I think that's going to be the way we're just going to have to go. Like I was saying, we're going to have to figure out how to get enough filler brick in here, but not overuse them. I only have so much. I probably don't actually have enough to really do this right, but we'll see what we can do by being strategic with various levels of filler brick, plates on top, and then we'll try to conform our buildings to there. So ideally, what I would like is a path going up here, path going up like maybe off between a couple buildings here, and then a main staircase leading up to a training temple or whatever up here. So I just went ahead and decided as well that instead of hemming and hawing around, I just need to go ahead and get something in here. I just need to go ahead and put some stuff down, and then we can adjust to terrain level later. But just to get some pieces in here, I think is our best way to start this. So let's go. All right, so I have built a staircase, a beginning of a staircase anyway. And I've got, you may have noticed these corner bricks here. I put them there as markers for myself. That is roughly where I want up here the facade of the training temple to be. So let's go ahead and try to get this thing placed. Make sure I don't mess up my, whoops, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I might have that uneven. Okay. There is roughly the stairs going up to, so you can kind of picture, maybe what I want to have right here is a kind of a wet market like you've seen in Japan or China with fish and vegetables and all that. Let's see if we can go ahead and get some of that in. All right, I am trying my very best to make things sturdy yet as economical as possible. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like here. Okay. Like I said, what I ideally would like to see is, as you can see, the terrain already starts to climb on this side of the riverbank, right? So it's going to go up a little bit here. I want to try, some of the rock here, but maybe have a little bit of a fishing, not a fishing pier, but just some gravel coming down where, kids can play and fish in a creek. Something like that, but have this be a wet market with some buildings here, pathway going out there, and so on. And now what we need to do is we need to start building up the terrain up this way. We're going to have buildings on this side, so this terrain's going to have to go up here, here, and then of course over here. So let's go ahead and get our next pieces in. Okay, so what I've got now is I've put in some sidewall. What's effectively, you're just seeing the core of the mountain out here. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these large plates right here. We'll brace it here in a second over there, but basically right here, you see there's a second door to this house here. I want to have a little bit of a pathway here, and then terrain going up some, and then we'll have a building roughly right here. Okay, and let's see, so we'll have a path kind of go up this way, beside this building here and maybe go off to this direction. So I guess we need to have some, we need to go ahead and see what we can do right here and on the other side of the stairs. All right, so I've got some extra platforms to put on either side of the big stairs here. Let's see how these go in. Now, the plan here is I'm thinking about having one of those Japanese style arches. I don't know if they're called torii or torii, something like that. I'm sure someone who knows Japanese culture better than me will know what I'm talking about. But one of those twin pillars with a reverse arch on the top. I want to kind of have something like that right there. So maybe anchor it right here over the stairs, and then this is where I'll start building the terrain up again, or having a building or something right there. That's the plan for this area. All right, now let's go ahead and see if we can get at least two more pieces of terrain in here today. Okay, so I finally found a good use for these burp pieces, these big ugly rock pieces. Very good free structural integrity. So I figure we'll go ahead and stick these maybe right here. I realize there's a bit of a one stud length in there. I want to kind of keep this thing lower than the stairs so it's not protruding up. And let's see here. Here we go, nice and sturdy. All right, let's get that in there. Okay, and I know I keep calling this terrain, but basically I need, like I said earlier, we gotta have to a starting place somewhere. So really, I just need a little bit more up here, a little bit more right up here, and this side right here. And then we've got something to work with and something to build around. And this looks tacky right now, but you gotta have a base, you gotta have a skeleton underneath the body. I can't even imagine what this is gonna look like in a couple months with buildings and foliage and everything on it. But yeah, it's hard to get from this stage to a more creative stage. You gotta have a skeleton under it. So this is the hard part, figuring out how to get this in here and trying my best to imagine how the landscape, how we can make it look natural and like it just wraps up the mountain right here. This is going to be the biggest building challenge I have had to date, but we'll see if we can pull it off. All right, I guess that's all we'll get done for today. Thanks for watching.